Hi Aries, and thanks for joining me for the May 2018 reading, free reading on YouTube. This is for Aries for the month of May of 2018. As always, I'm using the Rock and Roll Tarot deck, which is my own creation. Notice that there's letters and words on there. Let those stand out to you. Let those morph and change. That's the way of getting a personal reading from this general reading. And then we'll pull a card from the Beast Mistress Animal Oracle cards. Also my own creation. A lot is going on this month. A big astrological shift is happening as Uranus is moving into Taurus. We'll get these cards out for Aries, and then we're going to talk about the astrology, and then we're going to look at the cards too. One last card for Aries. There we go. That's you. Last card out was the Knight of Rods. That's the fire sign person. That's you. Okay. So Uranus in Aries. Uranus has been in Aries for a while. I don't know, several years. It hasn't been in Taurus since the mid-1930s. So that's pretty major shift. Let me just tell you how long Uranus has been in your sign, because Uranus has been in your sign for quite a while. So I think you're really familiar with the Uranus energy by now. Let's see, when did Uranus go into Aries anyway? Looks like Uranus went into Aries in late 2011. So, excuse me, Uranus has been in your sign since 2011. So you've really had that Uranus energy. Sometimes it can feel like a little bit of relief as it moves on to the next sign. For you, in particular, Aries rising, this is a month when you really need to check your rising sign. I mean, I always suggest you look at your rising, moon, and sun, but this astrology stuff is really more geared toward the rising sign. Okay, so it's going to move into your second house of money, earned income. So unexpected things could happen in that way. You could get something could just fall from the sky, some kind of money opportunity. It's actually not a bad aspect for gambling. If you were going to gamble or like play a Powerball ticket or something, I would do the quick pick or the auto pick. Let the computer pick your numbers. Whenever Uranus is in one of your money houses and there's some kind of thing that has to do, if you have the option of letting something be computerized, let that happen. Let that computer pick your numbers, because you could actually win. It's change of fortune. It's expect the unexpected. I think it'll feel kind of good to get Uranus out of your first house, because it can give you a lot of energy, and it can almost be sometimes a little bit too much to handle. So I think you might feel kind of relieved that it's sort of moving along and going along its way here. Well, the first two cards out are two of the best cards in the deck. You have the Sun and the World. Now the World's in reverse, but in reverse is not a bad thing. It just means it hasn't fully manifested yet, or that you don't see it for the full potential that it has. When the Sun and the World show together, often this talks about traveling to somewhere like a sunny location, going to the beach, or going somewhere warm, to a warm climate, traveling to a different part of the world. So that could be the case for some of you. The Sun just says, though, that you're really shining, you're really glowing, you're really putting forth a lot of good mojo at this time, and people are just attracted and drawn to you. You can up that world. You can turn that world around to the upright position to experience its full potential, because by releasing self-doubt, which seems like it's also happening. You've got this Five of Pentacles. This is self-doubt. I'm not good enough. The poverty consciousness. Turned in reverse, meaning you're shaking that off. You're getting rid of that, and you're starting to embrace the world and the full potential that could be yours. You got the Chariot in reverse here, so there's some stumbling blocks to obtain what you're after. There's some stumbling blocks over something that happened here with a financial situation that you were upset about, that maybe you didn't get that money or get that boost or something. But don't worry, because with the World in reverse and the Sun, it's only because there's something better coming along. There does seem to be a person down here who had something to do with it, who's in the reverse position. So this is somebody who is potentially negative or had some say-so in you not getting that financial reward, that raise, that job, whatever. It's showing out as the Queen of Cups, so Doesn't have to be a female in these general readings, could be any gender, but potentially a water sign, a Scorpio, a Cancer, Pisces. There is, this came up in one of the other readings, there on April 29th, just before we head into May, there is a full moon in Scorpio too. So this could be like that 29th leading into the month of May. You've got two pages here, right together. And as I always say with the pages, all the young dudes carry the news. They're messengers, they're bringing news, they're bringing something, you know, there's news coming. So there's news coming about money, for sure. That's good, because it's right connected with the world. So you in the sign of Earth, probably Taurus. So we're in Taurus for until the 20th when we turn into Gemini. By the way, if I forgot to mention that Uranus goes into Taurus, that's on the 15th, if I didn't mention that. That says bonus, but I saw boy. So it could be a boy. Maybe it felt like it was one of those it's a boy signs. So if somebody's expecting, sometimes when the sun card shows up with the baby here, it could be it's a boy, you know, like those signs, or it's a girl, you know, as they put them on the cigars and whatnot. It's a boy. And then the Page of Cups. The Page of Cups is more of a spiritual inner thing. But it's going to be, it feels like it's twofold to me. It feels like, yeah, it's news about some financial gain that you're going to get. And then there's this just shows the emotional contentment that is part of it too. That it makes you really happy and you're feeling really joyful. But here's another thing. I often will use the Page of Cups as the spirit of an unborn child. So you got the spirit of the unborn child, the baby, and it's a boy. So for somebody out there, there's somebody's having a baby and it's a boy, okay? Down here we've got this Knight of Rods. Now that's you. You're the fire sign. So here you are. Knight of Rods. Feeling like young. That's what I want to say about it. Like you're feeling young. I'm hearing the word dapper. Okay. So you're feeling young and dapper. You know, you're ready to, you know, you're ready for whatever comes. You see this clearly. This is being shown to you in a very clear way, what happened. You're going to find out what happened. I feel like there were some manipulations or some things that went on over here. You're going to find out about that. You're going to see it in a very clear way for what it is, and you're going to be okay with it. You know, you're ready to bounce back. Like Aries, that's you, right? You bounce back. You don't wallow. You know, you're on to the next thing. What's next, you know? Starting off on a new direction. And you got some sweet cards up here with the sun and the world, so it could really be something huge, you know. Sky's the limit. That's what I'm hearing. I'm going to put that down for you. Sky's the limit. Because, you know, don't sell yourself short. Don't say, well, I wish I could, I really want this, but I'll settle for this. There's no settling. You know, this is some, you know, the world and the sun together is some big stuff. If you get an opportunity to travel to a warm climate, it might turn out to be much more than you thought it would be. So definitely take that. Okay, what is our animal totem card for our Aries friends for May? Butterfly, you're going to transform. Butterfly is transformation. Okay, it's also spirits too. So there's a couple things about spirits being around you. No longer of this earth, you take flight to soar with the angels. Release burdens and embrace the metamorphosis. Dance in joyous recognition of the ever-evolving now. Yeah, Butterfly is a very joyous card. That's what I was saying too, though, with you. Like, on to the next thing. It's ever-evolving now. You're not going to sit and wallow, you know. You're not going to cry because you're not a caterpillar anymore. The butterfly doesn't cry because it's not a caterpillar anymore. It's happy to step into its new... you know, the world is kind of like the difference between the butterfly and the caterpillar. You know, the world is expanding beyond what you thought, and then the sun too. This is all very much connected here. It's expressing your full light. It's expressing yourself to the fullest extent of joy and everything. So you really have a beautiful spread here, and you know, a couple of stumbling blocks to get through, but you're resilient and you'll bounce right back, and sky's the limit. That's for real. Okay, so hey Aries, thank you guys so much for everything that you've done to help support the channel. Please check out my website. Should be some stuff popping up where you can find the decks, the books, the readings. I have some cool astrology reports that are very affordable. You can donate there through PayPal or just through a credit card. Any amount is good. It doesn't have to be a large amount. It's all appreciated if you're so inclined. There's t-shirts there. There's all sorts of cool stuff. So purchasing my wares, liking, sharing, commenting, all of that goes toward these readings continuing to be free every month and supporting me and my channel, and I'm so grateful for it. Remember, you are love and beauty incarnate. Have a great month of May, and I'll speak to you soon.